Hey guys, Brent Hull Build Show, talking today about this house that we built ground up. It's a big house, there's a lot of cool details. We got it and try to make it kind of an eclectic European, right? And so you'll see some French details, you'll see some English details, but it's meant to have a European flair, but very modern twist on that, or a contemporary twist on that. So come check it out. We're gonna do a cool tour today. Come join me. All right, so one thing we're trying to do is make this house feel like it's 200 or 300 years old. And so you're gonna see these heavy stone walls that are made from haydite block and then covered with plaster. Notice the timber in the ceiling of the porte-cochere and kind of how that's laid out. You're gonna see timbered ceilings, and timbering is almost a trim detail that we're using in this house. And if you think of great European houses, they would have these stone walls and then timbered ceilings. And so that was the kind of the mood we were trying to connect there. But the size and scales of the walls, that timbered ceiling, the ironwork, the cut stone, all try to capture the past in a contemporary way. Come on, let's go inside. One of the things we're trying to do is capture and incorporate timeless materials, right? So the timbering, the stone, the stucco, all things that, and even the Ludovici roof, which was a new Ludovici roof, all meant to kind of capture the past and capture this timeless way of building. So you're going to see, stone mantles inside that are salvaged from historic buildings. You're going to see historic doors, and then how we incorporated new doors to make all those designs work. So a lot of cool things. Think timelessness as we go through this thing, because that's really what we're trying to capture. Entry hall, right? We've got this beautiful stair that wraps up in here, and you'll see that this room is off of access. This is based on the original footprint of a house that was here, that they had this section, this little rotunda sitting here, where apparently the orchestra used to play. It fills the house with sound. Antique mantle, right? This is a French mantle, limestone mantle that was taken from France or salvaged from France, and then our customer bought it. Our doors, they're going to this circular entry. And you're going to see a detail with these columns and this column detail. Basically, we took like a Doric or a Tuscan column and kind of modernized it, right? We put these chamfered edges on it. We've got a little bit of an emphasis going, and so you're going to see some of those details as we go through this house. This library is probably one of my favorite rooms. It's full of wood, it's cozy. We've got this antique, French mantle that covers here. This is kind of our antique piece. We've got antique doors, and yet all the millwork, this beautiful Palladian window that looks out into the backyard, the fountains, the grass. It's just such a great space. We made these cabinets with these plank backs and things like that, with the shelf stays and everything else that are copied from historic pattern books. We wanted things to look like they were 100 years old or more. So all our cabinet doors are inset, custom-made Palladian windows, custom casement windows. We've even got these little panels that close out over the opening and give us privacy. So there's great details like this in the doors, in the panel, that are all meant to be historic and meant to capture this incredible mood. One thing you'll notice is the floors. These are an antique oak floor, okay, that are fumed, okay? And fuming is a process of exposing oak, in particular, to ammonia so that it turns this natural brown color. And so it is a chemical treatment, but we custom made parquet floors. We fumed the oak so that it has this great classic look. And then these doors open out onto this patio. Now there's two porches that are on this house. This is one of them. This is kind of the family porch. And then on the other side, you have more of an entertaining porch. It's much bigger. You'll notice the columns and the details, they'll change, and the size and the scale of the columns change based on where you are, but very intimate, very cool space. This is where the family will, cook burgers and eat dinner, as opposed to the entertaining porch, which is over there. So awesome space. You've got light on three sides. You've got this wood, these floors, the height of the ceiling. It's just a magical space. So now we're on this access path, this wonderful, incredible hall that runs down to the other part of the house. And so you have this formal side where you got a formal living, formal study, formal dining room, formal entry, right? And then you go back to a real family space back here through this groined vaulted thing with these columns. Here's our pilaster detail as it works, and then you open up into this incredible kitchen, incredible family space here. So kitchen, right? An awesome kitchen, still the birthday balloons up, but a great, magnificent space. There's windows that open out onto the pool. Our family room is connected right here, but this vaulted, incredible space here, that's called Peckycypress in the ceiling. The planking and the boards is Peckycypress. Peckycypress has a natural decay inside of it that opens up the cells, and so you see the wood and this openness to the wood, and it's actually a very popular wood in the 20s and 30s, but we incorporated it into the ceiling to give it some texture and give it some feel. But a pretty awesome kitchen that looks out onto this awesome porch, which we were telling you about earlier, which is kind of the entertaining porch. Remember in one of my other videos I was talking about pocket doors? This is the pocket door to end all pocket doors, right? This is one where we've upgraded the pocket door, and it goes all the way back into the hall. So then you walk into this space, right? It's probably one of the more dramatic spaces we've ever built. You've got these massive columns on this side which support this opening. So standing from this end, this is us incorporating that same kind of design and column motif in a massive scale, right? Opening up this room. We've got the fireplace you could walk into, which is also a salvaged fireplace from the French period. It's a black basalt, black granite. And then, of course, looking out onto this patio, which is magical out here, which is an incredible, peaceful space. Now we're back on this entertaining patio. Notice our columns have changed in size. They're a much bigger scale, but now you're looking out into this pool that almost has an infinity edge. What a space to hang out and play, right? I mean, this is a family gathering space. This is a entertaining space. I think I could live here. You'll notice as we look around, there is an outside patio this way. There's an outside patio this way. There's a number of entertaining spaces and places to hang out and be, because there's just so much going on here. This ceiling, okay, was something that we found in a European building, that basically these stone corbels, right, support, because we've got stone in the walls on the outside, these stone corbels kick out and carry the roof, okay? So those big major beams sit down and are supported on this stone corbel, and then you've got a layering of the roof where those trusses are made in different layers and different sizes, so that's how the historic roof would have been made. You have the planking in the ceiling, you have these different size purlins and rafters and different things working in that space. So that's how you build a roof like this. That's how you build these things so that it looks like it's 200 years old. So let me talk also about the moldings, right? We've got moldings of a scale and a size that is appropriate for a house of this size, right? This is a 20 by 24 room. It's a really big dining room, and the moldings, in my opinion, are appropriate, right? We've got a base that sticks out probably 2.5 inches with a base cap, which is a very appropriate size. It's almost Georgian in scale. You notice it sticks out the wall about 2.5 inches, enough to catch that. We've got a plinth block into the design. Now this is a wood opening, but it was treated with a material to give it that stone look. And so we've also got another detail that you'll notice throughout the house. Our homeowner called it a whoop-de-doo, but it's basically this just kind of this pretty little sculpted, almost a cloud lift like you would see in an arts and crafts era, where you just see this little lift. We've got it over here in these cabinets, but we built these cabinets. We've got these olive hinges, but that same kind of whoop-de-doo detail, or that little cloud lift detail, we've got it there. You'll see it in the windows. You'll see it in a number of different places. And so we've got things to tie it together, right? We've got a motif and an idea that helps unify the house, especially on such a big house. When you get the doors, you get the trim and the moldings, you get that motif that carries it through. All of a sudden this house has continuity, right? And even though it's big and kind of spread out, you still feel like you're in the same space. You still feel like you know where you are. Now, I'm also incredibly lucky because this homeowner is a fantastic designer, and so her designs and her colors and her details really capture and make this space kind of, next tier awesome. All right, so awesome house, right? Awesome details, great timelessness is what we're trying to capture here. You can see on the back side of this, who wouldn't want to live here, right? Beautiful details, beautiful design. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Home Millwork Hull Homes, If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. I'm Brent Hull. Thanks for watching.